Hello everyone, thank you for joining Helmets for Beauty today. In this tutorial, I'm showing you how to make indigo water using anil or blowing laundry balls. Indigo balls is known as anil in Spanish and have various types of uses for ritual in both African American hoodoo as well as Santeria and other Caribbean spiritual vibrations. Anil or indigo water can be used as a floor wash and aura wash to absorb negative vibrations, clarify, purify, as well as for protection against the evil eye. It's also used to attract luck and also to raise spiritual vibrations. We will also be talking about other ingredients that you can add to your indigo water. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is a bowl that you can easily pour with. Next up, you're going to also need a funnel. I have various sizes depending on the jar I'm using, and you can get them at any 99-cent store. You're also going to need a spoon to stir your ingredients with, preferably one used for ritual purposes only. Here I have a wooden spoon from a set at the 99-cent store. I'm pouring my indigo water in these two bottles. One I got at the 99-cent store and the other is a glass jar from a recycled vinegar bottle. Try to get a bottle that is easy to pour from. You can also use mason jars if you'd like to as well. To make indigo water, I'm using Reckitt's Crown Blue tablets, which is a non-toxic laundry bluing agent used as a substitute for copper sulfate, which is toxic. In no way should you use copper sulfate. The tablets and anil balls are just as an effective substitute for ritual. Another ingredient you'll need is camphor. Camphor has a clean, fresh scent and is used to absorb, clarify, and cleanse any space. It's also used to purge negative energy and stimulate spiritual vibrations. Cascarilla, also known as dried eggshells, is also common in Yoruba and Santeria. Here we'll use it for cleansing and to remove evil negative energy. To get started, begin pouring your water. I pre-filled my bottles first, then poured into the bowl as shown here for easy access. I then cut my Reckitt's Blue cube into 4 pieces and added to the water. Depending on the amount of water you're using, you may need more or less cubes. Once added to the water, let the bluing ball or cube sit for 2 to 5 minutes to let it dissolve into the water. After a few minutes, stir occasionally until you get a nice blue color. One tip I like to share when doing ritual is to use the prep time to charge your water, visualize its purpose, and give it its true intent in order for your outcome to become manifested. Next up, you just need to drop your camphor cube to let it dissolve into the water for a few minutes. If it doesn't dissolve, you can always break it into little pieces. Last but not least, sprinkling a little bit of cascarilla, a common ingredient in Yoruba Santeria rituals for cleansing, clarity, and protection. Now let's get ready to pour. Simply grab your funnel and pour your indigo water into your bottle. I pre-measure the water to the bottle to make sure that I don't overfill or to avoid any spills, and of course to make it easier. Now you're all set with indigo water. Indigo water has many purposes and it is used during spiritual gatherings such as Misa Espirituales to cleanse, purify, and protect. I use my indigo water to cleanse my crystals and many objects, to mop my home as a floor wash, or simply clear any space of stagnant and low energy. I also add it to spiritual baths to purify my aura. The uses with indigo water are very versatile and useful. But I'm just going to show you how you can use your indigo water to cleanse your front door. Now, if you let it sit for a couple of days, it may sit at the bottom, so you may want to shake it to give it its beautiful color here. But this is my front door, my main door that I come in and out from frequently. I also have a second door on the other side, but we don't really use that door too often. This is the door that we mostly come in and out from. The reason why it's so important to cleanse your front door because it's the place where, again, you come in and out from constantly. the threshold from the outside world to the inside world, which is your home, as well as the type of people that frequent your home, that come in and out. Everyone, even ourselves, we carry and pick up a lot of energy throughout our days, and unfortunately bring it into our home as our own energy and manifest that as our own, when in reality it is not. So you want to make sure to always be conscious of having a clean home, a clear home, with the energy that is for you, that pertains to you, which will bring you growth, prosperity, and good things, as well as, you know, any sort of low or negative vibrations that may be standing at your door or may want to come in through your door, misfortunes, illnesses, or anything like that. It's good to just frequently have the threshold of your home, your front door, cleansed and purified. If you don't know, there are liminal deities. It's called liminal deities that live at the door or the thresholds of our doors. They can be sometimes gnomes or other types of spirits. Particular for me in my home, Eligua or Echu Eligua, both do guard and protect the front door of my home. So anything that would come into this home would have to be facing Echu or Eligua first before anything. And that is just a form of protection and cleansing for the home. So let's get into how I cleanse my front door. The first things first is I like to always open the front door. I prefer to open my front door because that way it's signifying that you're just cleansing and clearing out all the negative energy. So what I do is I take here and put my 2 fingers here and just open the front door and cleanse the threshold. And you just want to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And since I live in an area where there's not too many people around, there's not a big issue. I own my own home, so I do have at least that privacy of my front door to cleanse. Now, if you live in an apartment or you're in a space that you really can't, you know, open the front door and just be all wild and crazy and sprinkling water, you can do that behind your front door as we have here. Just simply take it and sprinkle it behind the front door, behind the threshold of your door. And if it gets too messy, just simply mop it up. But basically that is the basic guidelines when cleansing and clearing your front door. This is a great way to do this periodically. I personally like to do this weekly, especially now with the new year of 2018 approaching. It's great to just give your home a complete cleansing, to just bring in prosperity, abundance, health, happiness, joy, love into your home and your house. This can also be used for many other things. As I mentioned in the tutorial, you can use it as a floor wash. You can simply just spray it and sprinkle it around your floor and just mop it as regular. You can also use it on carpets as well. So if you're vacuuming, you can sprinkle it around. I love to use it in all the 4 corners of my home. I also keep a cup under my bed just to cleanse and clarify my dreams and auric field. So make sure that you do check out the blog and also our YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see more tutorials like these. So I want to thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed and got something out of this today.